Hey there guys, how's it going? It's Afraid Not, and welcome to another episode of my I Own series. Today we'll be talking about Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is a third-person open-world action game. It's made by Ubisoft, the same creators that brought you Assassin's Creed and the Far Cry series. It's a very similar game to GTA 5, although in my opinion it's not as good. Now that's not to say that it's a bad game. I'm having a lot of fun with it at the moment. This is the game that I'm playing almost religiously. You take the role of a guy called Aiden Pierce who's got a history within hacking, and basically you get thrown in straight away and you're in the middle of a hack and it all goes terribly wrong. And you just pull out of the job, and the guy that's sort of guiding you on what to do whilst you're inside, I think a hotel I believe it is, and he says no you can't pull out, and then in the end Aiden, the guy you are, says no, we're pulling the plug on it and we're getting out of there. Upon escaping from that job, your niece gets killed in a car accident and Aiden blames himself, and that is where the story starts 11 months later. Now the main story missions are all about who actually was involved in making the car accident happen, and just getting generally your own back, and you meet some crazy characters, you really do, and some of them are really good. There is plenty of things to do when you're playing Watch Dogs, but you don't have to do the main missions, obviously, just like GTA. You've got tons upon tons of different side missions. All you have to do to be able to 100% complete the game. To be honest, I haven't dove too far into the side missions. I have done quite a few, but not that in depth, to be perfectly honest. I've probably done 3 of each different type, and every single one is totally different to the last one. So although the principle of what you have to do is the same, there's a different story behind each one, so that's really good. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? The hacking. Hacking is the main difference, and probably to a certain degree the only difference between this game and GTA 5. When I purchased the game, I thought it was going to be very, very complicated, but it's really not. It's the most simple thing you could do. All you have to do if you're playing on PlayStation is press the square button. Whenever it highlights it on the screen, you'll probably see a few sequences on the screen now. When you're going through traffic lights, when you're going past bollards and things in the road, it gives you the option straight away. Look there, it says there, traffic lights, hold X. If you just hold X there, and then it will turn all the traffic lights into, I think, green, and you just have this mass pile up, which is really handy, especially when you've got people chasing you, like the police or enemies, which by the way are absolute nightmare to get away from, which is good, to be honest. I mean, when you play Grand Theft Auto and games like that and other open world stuff, when you've got the enemies after you, they seem to be really easy to either run away from or kill, but no, the police are absolute fuckers on this game. They really are, and I find the only way to really get around it is when you go to a raising bridge. Now when you go up to a raising bridge, you can either press the square button, hack the bridge, and it starts to raise. You can make a jump off it, but the police won't follow you, and that seems to be my only way to get away from the police. As soon as I've got a wanted level, I go to the map and just try and find the closest bridge that I can find and just head that way. So you can get out the car and start having an absolute tear up with everyone, but it's not very forgiving, this game. Your health isn't that much. I know you've got a skill tree system which you can improve your health, and obviously your hacking and the combat and everything, but we'll talk about it in a second. But you haven't got stupidly low health, but it is low enough to really just be quite non-forgiving, and especially when you're doing like gang hideouts and stuff, it puts you straight back at the beginning. You could be 80% of the way through and you think there'll be a checkpoint somewhere, but no, it puts you straight back at the beginning, which is good again in a way. Keeps it challenging, keeps it quite varied. As I said, there's a skill tree system which is quite good. I mean, it's like in any other game. You earn skill points by doing missions, side missions, little quests and things. You can improve and unlock other abilities for your hacking, your combat, the crafted items. There are crafted items in this game, so you can pick up little bits and just craft them together. I think you have to make grenades and IEDs and things like that. You've also got a little skill tree to improve your driving. You've got things in this game like hidden packages from Grand Theft Auto. I'm sorry I keep referring to Grand Theft Auto. For me, it seems to be the most similar game to it. Having played Grand Theft Auto 5 religiously and now playing this quite a lot, it's it's hard not to compare the two. It's got a couple of other little modes which are just like little fun modes, which you can access by your in-game phone, and they're weird trips. Like I can't really explain it. You can turn the whole map into like hell and have all these zombies and stuff running at you, and you just racking up points. It's like a horde mode, and then you can also spawn in like a spider tank, which is just a lot of fun. It literally is a tank, but it's in the shape of a spider, and you can just completely wreck the town. You get again like little things that you got to do. It's a lot of fun. Let's be serious. It's just something that you can't really take seriously, which is again like Grand Theft Auto 5. You can't, when you go to that guy and smoke a joint, and then all these alien weird things come at you. It's like that, but it's just available to play anytime. I think that's it really for the single player stuff. But so let's talk a little bit about the multiplayer mode. Now, it reminds me a lot of the Assassin's Creed. I don't know if you guys have played the Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I'm going to have a job explaining this. Basically, you go to your phone, you search for someone that you can hack, and basically when it finds you someone, it will put you onto someone else's single player mode, and you have to approach them and be within a certain distance. It comes up actually on the mini map where you need to be, and then you can start hacking them. And the timer, or say timer, it's the percentage bar of how much you've hacked them. When that gets to 100, you've hacked them, you've completed the job. However, they know that you're hacking them, and they have also got this percentage bar. So as soon as they realise that they're being hacked, they're going to be looking around for pedestrians, because you are given a generic pedestrian outfit, let's say, when you join their server anyway. So they're going to be looking for them, and basically they just got to profile them, and just really all that means is that they've just got to look at you directly. When they look at you directly and know that it's you that's hacking them, then obviously then they're going to try and kill you. You've got to try and make your getaway, either get in a car or just do a runner. Running I wouldn't recommend at all. I, for one, have never completed a hack. I've done probably 10, and not once have I completed it. It just seems ridiculously hard to actually pull off. Now, you guys, if you've played it before or you are currently playing this, you might tell me that I'm a complete noob, but I just cannot complete a hack. I don't know if I'm getting in the right hiding spaces, if I should be walking around and acting like a pedestrian. I just don't know. I haven't completed one yet, and what makes it even more difficult is that this area that you're supposed to stick into gets smaller, and I don't think that they should do that. I don't agree with that at all. I think the area that you should be in should stay the same. I don't think you should get smaller at all, because it is difficult enough. So, but that's like my only crime about the online mode. It's different. Obviously, you can do your online races, your online free roam. Online free roam, I dabbled in it. Absolutely nothing to do. There's no missions or nothing. Unless I've missed something, there's absolutely no reason to play free roam. You might as well just run around on your own and play single player. Let's talk about the graphics. Now, they're not absolutely groundbreaking, next gen, next generation of these graphics, blow it up as you will, but it's not really like that. It's decent, don't get me wrong. It's probably the best looking open world action game that I've seen so far, although it's not that much different to Grand Theft Auto. And Grand Theft Auto 5 was on Xbox 360. I know you had to download the texture packs, etc. And to be honest, it looks spectacular, especially for the 360 hardware. Grand Theft Auto looked unbelievable on the 360, and this game does look good. I think that the PC is having a lot of problems. As you can see, this is actually PS4 gameplay. I know I mentioned that earlier in the video. I know PC are having a lot of problems when you're actually driving down the streets and you're getting like pop-ups. I don't know if you know what that means. When you look in the distance, things are popping up which should be there anyway. It should be rendered into the game when it's not, and like bridges and traffic lights and stuff are like popping up last minute. So you probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah, so you're getting a lot of problems with that on the PC. I don't think the PS4 runs flawlessly. The loading times are ridiculously long, although there's not that many. It's only one when you load in, I think, but in general it's just so long to load in, and apparently that is only on the PS4 that you're getting such a long loading time. I don't know why. Sometimes I do see some stuttering in the sort of graphic, like when I'm moving, it's like I say stuttering. I think it's like a frame drop kind of thing. It's that kind of feeling that I'm getting when I'm running or driving along. Sometimes it happens. It's not often. It's probably once every 3 hours or whatever, so that's how often it happens. It doesn't really at all. So would I recommend it? Absolutely yes. If you've got next gen, I would recommend it. I don't know what it's like on PS3 or 360. I've heard it's really bad. If you look up on IGN.co.uk, I think that their reviews aren't all that great, especially for the last gen consoles, which you can understand. I think it's getting to a point now where everyone needs to start upgrading, and they need to stop making games for last gen, I'm afraid. And well, not stop it completely, but do what like Call of Duty are doing now, or what Titanfall done. Have the main developer make it for next gen and just give it to someone else to port it downwards. Alright, you're not going to get a great copy, but then you've got to look at your hardware that you've got. It's not that good. So I'm really enjoying this game. I'll be playing it until the end. I will definitely complete the main storyline. I don't know how far I'll get with the side missions and a percentage complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's available, I think, for 40 quid, and it's available on everything: PS4, Xbox One, PC, 360, PS3, and I believe the Wii U. Although I don't know how good that's going to look on the Wii U, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a rating. If you're new around here, please leave me a sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.